What do you spend your money on? I spend way too much on my dog, she deserves it though. Apparently whoever gilded this 39 minutes after it was posted likes to spend internet money for no logical reason. Investments/stocks, quality food, and occasionally fancy treats. Edit, also houseplants. Restaurants, whiskey, wine, shoes, and books. That's besides house, cars, bills, etc. Good food and a good pair of running shoes to compensate for the good food. Assuming the expected stuff, mortgage, bills, food, etc., doesn't count, my money goes towards my garden and my clothes. I like having and maintaining a nice garden, and when I'm not getting dirty in that, I like to dress up in high quality and striking looking clothes. Being told I have a beautiful yard or that I look like a celebrity are huge compliments that show both are paying off. On the flip side, things other people spend big on that I don't are TV/movies, don't watch either enough to justify paying for any streaming service, and I haven't bought a DVD in at least 2 years. Food, I'm a fussy eater who prefers the basics, and traveling, I would, but I hate going alone and no one I know ever goes to where I want to go. I'm no stranger to spending hundreds of dollars on a single clothing item or exotic plant species if it means getting what I want, and they always last me a very long time anyway, so far still going for many. Other than the obvious bills, and some to savings, mostly food. Honestly, the first thought I have when I wake up every morning is wondering what I'm going to eat that day. Whatever money is left over, I spend on traveling. Fucking plants. As someone who spent too much money on video games, and a bunch of other useless things that I thought might improve my life, plants are a nice transition. Most only need water and sunlight. No shit to clean, no clutter. Plants, man. Daycare. Single mom over here. With zero child support, shit's expensive. Video games I'll never play. Books that I definitely do read. More food than I should eat. Motherfucking's rent. Ha. What a coincidence. I just spent $100 on online orders for playing cards. I collect them. They are pretty. Plus, when playing Egyptian rat slap or spoons, you can't get attached to those decks. Aquariums. I have 4, and am in the process of setting a 5th up. This one will be the most expensive. The tank and filter cost me $150. Second hand, so it's cheaper. New will be closer to $250, and I'm going to have relatively expensive fish. Most will be in the $20 to $30 range, some maybe more, some maybe less. And about $70 of plants. I also have to get a new heater for it. It comes with a heater, but they're a bit dodgy second hand. I'll use the original one for a couple weeks until I can afford a new one. Hardscape I have lying around, sticks from the beach that been out in the rain for years and years, I'll wash them nonetheless, and rocks I can boil for a minute to clean. So all in all I'm looking at $350 in the end. Luckily I have a part-time job at the fish store, so I can get my pay in store credit. First thing I'll get is a heater. I got $50 the other day for selling a thing, that'll go to plants. And I'll get fish from work. Travel. In Hawaii now, NC in March, London in June. And daycare for my grandson. Other than that I live pretty cheaply, ride my bike and volunteer. Seemingly my kid. Just got a raise though recently, so I might splurge on a second set or Crayola so I can color too. Mega constructs, remember Mega Blocks? Yeah, they're good now. I take pictures and post them online. I honestly just use it on a coffee shop near my school or get a big burrito for $10, but it's like 8 inches. Car insurance. I'm in the age and gender bracket where I'm fucked, and I just happened to get myself in an accident last week where I'm not sure if my car is reparable, so I have to deal with that. Day to day, food, drinks, vinyls, video games, bills. Rainy day, a gun for the range, Thinking about building a new PC this next year to compete with the PS5/XP, whatever it is called. I buy a lot of wood. I'm a woodworker and I'm a sucker for really interesting pieces. Also, eating out. I'm not even exaggerating, until recently maybe half of my budget was wasted just going out to eat constantly. Almost nothing outside of bills. I'm really paranoid about having money issues in the future and it stops me from spending on most things. Even groceries. In order to get my new debit card today I had to go over all my purchases from the last 2 weeks with the banker. You can't make me do that again. Well, since my wife and I had twins, which was through surrogacy due to medical reasons, expensive on its own, we've had to maintain a very strict budget. At first our account balance was dropping steadily by over $1,000 a month. So most money goes to nanny/daycare, mortgage, groceries, bills, insurance, spending money, activities and cash that don't fall into any other category. We also try to save a bit each month towards the kids' college and towards replacing the car, and unexpected emergencies. Also, cleaning lady, kids' clothes/toys, clothes for us, hair/nails, restaurants, movies, birthdays. I also put money aside each month for the summer holiday, since we'll be spending a lot extra on stuff for the kids. I also put about $80 a month towards games for myself, used to be $25 a month until I had a raise a few years ago. I also put a small amount towards vacation, home improvement and tech upgrade every month, and any extra money usually gets split between these three, such as a bonus. We recently used home improvement to get some nicer furniture, replace our doors and repaint the walls that the kids drew all over. Over the past few years I've used tech upgrade to get a nice TV, a PS4 Pro and a Nintendo Switch, which I also play with the kids, and upgrade our phones. I also upgraded my graphics card in my PC and added to its storage space. Last year, since the twins turned 4, I really got back into playing guitar. I just had a raise and a bonus, so I bought 2 dream guitars, a nice amplifier, and a bunch of guitar pedals. The guitars were really expensive and I got them on payments for 3 years, using the aforementioned raise. Sure, I still occasionally get stressed about money, but I always put my wife and kids first. Over the last couple of years I've treated myself to a few nice things, which I think is important to keep the balance. I've seen a coworker not do anything for himself and ended up getting divorced. Travel, tailored clothes, good food, fixing up what will one day be my dream home, and the usual living expenses. $12K/MO in bills. The rest on jujitsu shit and doing stuff with my family. Gas, college tuition, gas station food, beer, and nicotine. I am working to cut down on beer to a healthy level, and quit nicotine. Need to start eating healthier, and I will quit nicotine before graduation. Moved back into my parents' house. Spending everything I have to train to be a commercial. Chase the dream. Mountain bikes. Everyone thinks my username is about the okay but not great beer. It's about mountain bikes. I was once asked if I was running a bike shop out of my garage. They didn't even see the overflow inside. It's not my money really, but my stepmother's. For Christmas, she gave my brother and I each a $150 budget to get anything we wanted. My brother got some things for him and his daughter, while I bought a unicorn coffee mug. It is so cute and it is my beloved child. My own money, however, I spend it on bullshit. Keeping my family, X5, housed, educated, safe and fed. The medical side of things is taken care of in my country. I'm currently living at home and honestly, I spend very little and I'm pretty pleased about that. Most of my outgoing money is a little bit of rent, subscription, or 2 like Netflix. Then the usual stuff like my phone bill and petrol because I drive a fair bit for work. Rent. I live in Toronto. Every 10 years go on holiday. All surplus spent on ramen noodles, cat food, and intentionally foolish tattoos. Stuff I definitely don't need in any capacity, but I buy anyway because I can't help myself, and half the time end up with a tiny feeling of buyer's remorse that subsides as I continue on my journey with the next purchase. Since I'm a teenager at the moment, just weed. I'm not like the other teenagers that are addicted to a jewel and spending lots of money on pods. Debts mainly. This week was different. I got paid $377 this week. 150 rent. 50 to debts. 25 in savings. 80 for some concert tickets for myself for Valentine's Day. 30 for a ticket to something my friend wants to go to for his birthday. 2 pots of fruit, a card, and some medicine. I spend so much money on music items. CDs, records, posters, t-shirts, and random stuff like mugs, keychains or anything else. I just spent $150 on imaginary guns to kill imaginary zombies, first impractical purchase in years. My life is incredible. I am a businessman and live a very minimalistic life. I work out and spend time on my cheap hobbies, PS4 and making ceramic mosaics. When I reach the equivalent of about $22,000 sitting in the bank, every weekend I go to the city, book a nice hotel for one night, go to the spa, get a massage, eat nice food and scroll through my phone to see which hot girl I will invite over to bang tonight. Then when my project at work is complete, usually 6 to 12 months, I go to Paradise, Hawaii, for 6 to 7 weeks, to get my own private place and spend every day, hiking, surfing and doing all different kinds of adventurous things. My life is incredible. Fucking parking tickets. Blew $60 today to get a stupid boot off. I'm a student and the university just lets the towing companies run wild. I even have a parking permit, but not for the spot I was in apparently. Not sure if I can make rent this month because of it. Well, enough complaining, time to go sell some plasma. Video games. The only reason I go to work is to buy more. I guess to pay my bills too, but who cares about that stuff? I buy powder pink baby dresses for my daughter on eBay. They have to have a chiffon skirt because she likes to chew on them. Travel. I would have said electronics. I love building my own PC, but man, all those tickets and even hostel costs really add up. I'm still young, but I do have a job and try to split my money as evenly as I can. I generally give 10%, save 60%, and spend 30%. The 30% is for things like phones, games and stuff like that. Yeah, most of that 30% goes to video games. Mortgage, bills, going out once or twice a week. Otherwise it's building, saving and investing. But I do have to buy a washing machine today, so that I have a large disposable income and poor self-discipline. So this week I purchased a 9-liter bottle of red wine, and a 5-liter bottle of white, assuming I don't get outbid by tomorrow.